Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Unrehearsed Podcast. It is Wednesday, and I am flying solo. Our poor Taj had something going on at work today, sending her lots of love and lots of patience and a lot of strength because we all know that takes a lot of effort to run a school. So she will be back next week along with a special guest. We did mention her last week. Our friend Cassandra is coming. She is a life coach. She has a lot of really amazing nuggets of wisdom. I have bent her ears more than I can count. She was also my bridesmaid at my wedding. So she is a very close friend of mine. We've been friends for a very long time. And I'm very excited to have her here and to just chat with you all. If you guys have any questions for her, definitely take advantage of her being here. I can definitely run those by her. So send those DMs and let me know what you want to hear, what you want to ask for, especially now that we're starting the new year. Um, I know a lot of people have questions and are trying to get on those resolution task list, whatever you want to call it. So, if you need help with any of those things or would like some tools, I'm sure she would be happy to hand those off to you. So, very excited for that. And speaking of exciting things, our voting poll for the next event has come to a close. We are going to brunch. It's my favorite. I love brunch. Brunch has got to be my least picky of my meals, because we stick to the basics. I love pancakes. I'm not a waffle person, although there was a really amazing, waffle that you kind of, like, make yourself or whatever. The batter was pretty good, and they weren't super crunchy. I don't like crunchy waffles. I think anything crunchy except for bacon. Do not come at me with floppy bacon, thick cut, whatever the hell you guys call it. That's gross. I'm not eating steak at breakfast. I am eating crispy bacon and eggs. So super basic. I love brunch. There are so many amazing brunch places here in the peninsula, and just in the Bay Area alone. I mean, we used to. I am a really. I'm a driver. I make Matt drive everywhere when I want something. I'm like, you're getting in the car and we're gonna go. I used to make him take me to Cracker Barrel all the way all the way in Sacramento. When they opened the Cracker Barrel up there, I was like, "This is the closest one, and it's just gonna have to happen," because I think the other one was in, like, I wanna say Arizona. I think that's, like, maybe Arizona or Nevada. I don't know. Anyway, when they opened that one, we would always go there. Their catfish was amazing, and their freaking pancakes are so good, which I actually kinda kicked myself about because when I was living in Florida when I was in high school, we had a Cracker Barrel so close. It was probably, I wanna say, like, a mile away from our house, and we would go, like, once in a while, but I don't remember loving the freaking pancakes as much as I do now, and now I have to drive 2 hours to go get them. So definitely a lot of brunch places. I promise I won't make you guys drive 2 hours for brunch, but if you guys do have a recommendation or if you recommend a city that you would prefer us to be in, definitely send those in the DMs or in the comments as well so that I can kind of look in that area. If it's more accessible to people, I would rather do that. Um, and again, we're not short of brunch places here, but I will be locking those down this week, and we'll come to you with that information next week. So definitely really excited. I love to eat and I'd love to have community around a table. That is just the best. And I'm probably not going to do a bottomless brunch because I feel like that could get dangerous. But maybe we will. I don't know. So definitely send in that information for Cassandra that she can use if you guys have any questions. And then yeah, let us know if you want a city or if you'd prefer a city. I'm down for anything. Like I said, I've driven to Sacramento to go eat brunch. So anything. So another fun thing that we're gonna do today, and I think it calls for it since it's just me, is that when I used to work at the school, I found these little affirmator cards that one of the teachers had. And It's actually really cute. They have, like, little drawings on them, all kind of, like, really quirky, random little drawings. Some of them are solid, but anyway. So they are affirmators, and it's basically it says 50 affirmation cards to help you help yourself without the self-helpiness, which I love that. So I think that we're gonna pull one today. I feel like that is just something that is calling me today. Um, and let's see what we've got today. Ooh, I'm almost dropping them. I think they say that if you drop some, you should read them all, but I'm not going to do that. So, all right. It says personal growth, and it's got this really funny looking frog on a bike. What are those bikes called? The ones with the giant wheel in the front and the little wheel in the back. They used to ride them around or whatever in the circus or something. But it says personal growth. As I move toward greater consciousness, I feel old thoughts and habits fall away, like training wheels on a bike. They helped me get to where I am, but now that I can ride, I don't need those slow and crummy wheels, except when I'm making bike analogies. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to sit with that one for a little while. But anyway, I am super excited for all of the new things that we are coming. I guess speaking of personal growth, we have done a lot of growing and expanding. I am like super excited. Now we are starting to reach out to a lot more people to get them on the podcast and to hear their story and to be inspired by their amazingness, especially here in the Bay Area. I feel like we have a lot of those people. So we've been starting to reach out to a lot of people and we're starting to get a lot of excitement around that. So also, if you have any suggestions for people we want to hear from, definitely send those too. But I have total side total sideways. We're going left. You know me. You know me. We go left. Anyway, um for our anniversary, Matt bought me a PS5. And the only game and this is it literally was for one game, guys. I loved love Genshin. I don't know if anybody has heard of this game. I'm sure you have because it's a massive game and it's been around for years at this point. Genshin Impact, and I loved it. Like it's just something so like and Matt calls it homework for a lot of the, like, tasks and things that you have to do. Our homework assignment is what he calls it, but I absolutely loved that game. It's an open world game, and you run around, you do missions, you read the story, you go and you do all of these things, and you build up your characters, and have to pull, and it is a gotcha game, like, you can do it freely or do it just takes forever. I have spent money. I'm not even gonna lie. I have spent money. But I love that game, and we've been playing it's the only game that I feel like I've played for a really long time, and consistently. Like, I will continue to go back to it, and maybe I'll take a break for a month or 2, but I will always go back to it. I really wish that I could do more with Matt because we do play he plays on his phone. This is kind of what it all started with. We all played on our phones for a really long time. Awful. Like, it's just, like, the tiniest little screen, and it's a really big game, so it takes up a lot of memory on your phone. And then we found out that they were, like, taking that game and adapting it to PS5 or PS4 at the time and, PC. I don't have a PC. Maybe at some point I will. I mean, if you guys have PC recommendations that are not gonna absolutely bankrupt me, definitely let me know because I've heard really good things about PC games and, all of that. I know I have a couple friends that play PC only games. Um, but for now, we are doing a phone and a PS4 at the time, like mix up. Matt would be on his phone, and I'd be on the PS4 and we'd play together. He'd come into my world and then we can like, do all the tasks and stuff that we could. I wish that you could do more with the people though, like that you have in your team. I feel like you can only like, do very limited stuff. They don't want you to go through the story by with another person and whatever. And so it's just like very limited in the amount of stuff that we can do together. Um, but it's just such a fun game and it's really visually pleasing. Like you walk around and you do all this stuff. I also have been getting really annoyed with the story. Um, it just gosh, it goes it's like I don't wanna watch a movie, I wanna play a game, like and some of the storylines take forever. It's like all of this talking, and you can't just, like, it's not voiced all the time. So, my question to you is what else is out there? I did get a recommendation for a game called Expedition 33. Um, I haven't heard much about it, but I've heard that a lot of people really do like it. I'm probably going to give it a shot because why not? But does anyone have any games like that like open worlds but can like have other people join you? Cuz that's where I want. Like, that's what we would prefer is if we could play games together and have that, like what happened to, like, those co-op, like, couch co-op games? They're, like, all gone now. I remember, when we were kids and we would have, like, a PlayStation 1, 2, and we would all like, all the kids would sit around and we would all take turns playing games, and then when they started to integrate more people playing at one time, those games just became so cool. I loved them so much, and that is super nostalgic to me. I used to love doing that. I used to love playing, like, Power Rangers, I think was the first one. Oh my god, I'm like, I feel so freaking old. But Power Rangers was the first one that I feel like we used to play on the, Super Nintendo, and you'd have multiple people that could play on that, and I think we pulled it out because Matt has every freaking console from, like, when he was a kid. I, like, absolutely adore the fact that he has all of those consoles, but I think we pulled it out, we played that whole game through, and it was just so fun and nostalgic to, like, go through the game and then also just, like, have something to do together. So if you guys have any game recommendations, I did get into Fortnite. I was, not amazing, but I was okay with it, when I injured my back, like, a million years ago and was just, like, confined to the couch for, like, years. I had slipped my disc, it was a pretty bad injury, um, working, of course, and I, like, had nothing to do because I literally could not move. So, like, I would prop myself up with, like, 1,000 pillows, and all I would do is join, like, this girl group of, just stay-at-home moms that would, like, literally just play, and we would play for hours, and I got really good, like, I was horrible, like, at the, like, aiming. Aiming sucks for me. I'm not usually not a good person, like, good aim person. But I would take down, like, 10 people in, like, a round or 10 to 15 people, I think was my max. So I got pretty good, and it was just fun to do that. But again, it was something that I could only do by myself. I couldn't get Matt in on that game, and we couldn't play together or, we'd have to have, like, a whole setup. Who has a second set? I've seen people who do it. Full TV, full console, just, like, slap them both together. Um 'Cause, like, why can't you do it at just your house? Why do you have to, like, go and do this other because they want the money. Okay, got it. Got there. I got there eventually. But, um, so yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, my gaming girly is out there. I know there is a million of them. Um, uh, Let me know. Let me know what's out there. Let me know what you've liked, what you enjoyed, and with what I have played, Fortnite, Genshin, um, Power Rangers. Power Rangers if you got it. And I think we've played a couple of other games. I mean, like, I feel like the couch co-op type games are more like the Nintendo Switch, right? The Nintendo Switch has a lot of couch co-op type games, and they're super fun. We started playing Overcooked, which is so frustrating at times. I'm just like, "Oh my god, why is this not" that just it feels like the new age Monopoly. You know when you used to, like, flip the table with the Monopoly with your family when you would just get absolutely pissed? That literally is that game is what it feels like. It's just, like, that absolute rage of, like, "Why the fuck isn't this working, and why can't we pass this fucking level?" But it is fun, it's just not quite that, like, open world feel that I was hoping for. I mean, obviously, Overcooked isn't an open world game. I'm just saying, just that feel of playing that game. Um, It just reminded me because we were talking about games, I think yesterday or the day before, GTA 5, I think is one of the ones that a lot of people have been playing or do play continuously. I'm not really I remember when Grand Theft Auto came out, again, aging myself, I'm gonna be 35 this year. And that just like aches my soul. But I do remember when Grand Theft Auto came out, and that was a fun game at the beginning. I just feel like there is just we're so far past. We're so far past the like where we started on that game, and I feel like we're let it die. Let it die. You know what else I actually really was interested in? There is a girl on TikTok who bought one of those cat VR systems. For anybody who doesn't know, it's literally a VR gaming console that you can like walk and you have to like physically walk in order to like continue on or move or you squat, you do all the stuff. Um how cool is that? That is by far the coolest thing I've ever heard. I have looked into it. It is also like I want to say like $2,000 or $3,000. Can't do it. Absolutely, I can't do it. I like it's that is a really I feel like maybe gaming PCs are probably about that much. Maybe, right? Hopefully, because even then, that's up there. But, I know that there's a lot of demand for, like, what the graphics cards and things like that. I know that the games themselves require a lot more, um, from what I understand, or maybe I'm wrong. But, yeah, that's kind of what's been on my mind in the last little bit. So I'm gonna try out Expedition 33. Let me know if you guys have any other recommendations for that kind of stuff. Um, or if you want to like absolutely amazingly gift me a cat VR, I'm not gonna complain. um, but speaking of TikTok, that cat VR girl popped up on my thing, but I also got sent an absolutely crazy tea story. I feel like I should have had tea, guys. I should have had a little teacup. This would have been the perfect time. Let's talk tea, guys. Because I listened to this whole story earlier today, and it just like I was like thrown aback almost by it. Um, I'm gonna give you guys the name of the guy who by the way, mwah, I absolutely loved you and how you stitched that whole story together. That is absolutely the standard from now on. But his TikTok name is Clyde Smells Right. You guys can always DM me for this video. I will absolutely send you the link so that you're not having to dig through all those videos because who likes to do that? But the way that he stitched all the little pieces together, the like initial and the responses. Mwah, beautiful, absolutely amazing. This is how it needs to play out. Every tea that's out there, let's just set that standard now. Like let's hear it from start to end and let's just complete it, right? But he posted a video of these two women who the first girl basically says, I just got cut off from my friend of 4 years over a man. And then it's basically this is the story. I will just kind of give you the like cliff notes. Don't come at me for the cliff notes. But anyway, um, basically, she has this friend. This friend is married to a man who it sounds like they've been married a really long time. They have kids, and they're established. It doesn't sound like it's a brand new marriage or anything like that. Not that it matters, not that it matters at all. So, um, basically, she was saying that she was upset that her friends seemed to be taking the bare minimum from her husband. And that came about when they were talking about it's her friend's birthday, her anniversary, then it's like Christmas, and then it's this friend who's has the problem. The friend's birthday and then New Year's. So they were chit-chatting about like, what are you guys gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then basically the friend was upset that the married friend said that what they did for their anniversary was they went out to dinner and he got her a gift, like a jewelry gift and flowers, which is apparently what she had asked for. And the friend is like, you guys shouldn't just be at the house all of the time, like for these like big monumental things. Like he needs to be doing more. Like you're accepting the bare minimum and he needs to be doing more for you and like all of these things. And let's just let's just stop there for a quick second. First of all, why are you getting involved? Why are you getting involved? So it sounds to me like, first of all, and this girl, the married woman, said, and I'm gonna quote, um, you got cut off over my man, my husband, which you ate with that girl. You absolutely ate with that because that is it. That is her husband. She and her husband have agreed and have a way of doing things. Why are you getting involved? Like, why are you so upset? Like, what is your deal? Well, I don't understand this, like, I don't, like criticism. I don't even know what word to use. But she was so absolutely riled up by it that, like, her friend was accepting the bare minimum and she was basically saying like you deserve more, first of all, and that this man doesn't even like you because of how little he's doing for you. You've just integrated into his life and that's why you're around basically. And I'm just like, first of all, that's a fucked up thing to say to your friend. Second of all, this girl that has this problem has no man. Like, like it's all good. It's all good that you don't have a man, right? Because you have your standards and you set your standards and you go do whatever you're going to do. But when this woman has a man and they have continued to be together for, it sounds like, a while, they have worked their shit out, okay? Like, leave her be. And she even said, like, don't start, don't start. And she started. So it's like, don't be surprised. Like, just don't be surprised if you come after someone's man that is her everything, which she even said, it's not my words, that's her words. That man is her everything. Then, like, why are you surprised that when she cuts you off? She's obviously going to choose her man because that is who she decided to spend the rest of her life with. And so I don't get it. I don't get it. And the other thing that I thought was pretty gross, and it's just, I guess this friend who's had this issue, I think her name is Trusselant on TikTok. So she, I guess, was his realtor for his like third house and starts outing all of his financial, like, oh, he makes well over six figures and he's a man of means and like all of this stuff. That's not your fucking problem. That's not your information to tell. Are you like, what? That just doesn't make any sense to me. And it sounds like, one, she's just being an absolute hater. Um, but it's like, I also wouldn't want a friend. I put that in air quotes for those who are listening, a friend like that around me either. I remember when we were doing our wedding a long, long time ago. Um, there was, I had a friend who was going to come and help us digitize our wedding invitations. And so she was, putting it all together because I needed to send that to a place who was going to make it a stamp, whatever. Anyway, irrelevant. She had come over to my house and she was helping me with this invitation and like putting it all together and getting the font together. And, it was a really nice thing that she came to do. But she came to the event or to the place and, we start going through all of the little details of all the stuff. And my husband, Matt, was sitting on the couch, which he like this is the part that he never does. He never is playing games on the TV usually. Usually he's either on his phone or, whatever. But he's on the couch playing games with our buddy Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Um, and he's on the phone. He's on the phone with him, and they're just like being boys and just like, at each other, yelling at each other, like and talking shit and, whatever, just being boys playing video games. And he's totally not involved. He's like in the living room playing the game, talking to our friend and not like whatever. And me and this friend were sitting at the dining room table and, she's doing this shit on her computer and I'm talking to her and we're just chilling. And so like for a second, my husband gets up and leaves like out the door and she turns to me and she's like, "Why is your husband so aggro?" And I'm like, "The fuck?" And she's just like, "He's not even helping like with the like wedding stuff. Like, why is he doing that? Like, he's just so aggro, like, blah, 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 blah." And I'm just like, and I got taken aback because, first of all, bitch, you're in my fucking house. And if you don't like it, you can leave. Like, I'm happy that you're here. Thank you for helping me. But don't come at my husband like that. My future husband. Like, don't come at him like that because I absolutely will drop your ass. And I did. And it was just kind of like, are you surprised? Can you really be surprised when you come after someone's significant other, someone who like literally means the world to you, and then you just say that and then like pretend like that's going to be all good and we're going to be cool? Like, and first of all, like you're just talking shit to your friends. Like I'm not going to come at you and call you aggro when you say some out of pocket shit. Like, get out. I can't. Anyway, so that was the tea. I like that whole thing. It's about 5 minutes long. But you get all of the pieces, all the back, the forth, like literally call and response. It is a beautifully edited, a beautifully edited little piece of tea. Um, but it was just so like, ew. Like, why are you acting like that? And again, to your friend, and then you're going to be surprised. And then you're outing all that information on TikTok. You're putting all that information out on the internet. Nah, girl, bye. Girl, bye. I can't with you. Um, so I think the initial people, again, were Trusselant and Built Porsche Tough. Um, I'm sure it's Built Porsche Tough. But anyway, that was the tea that I heard today, and I was absolutely just like, I don't know, maybe it triggered something in me because I was just like, as I was watching it, I'm just like, is this any of your fucking business? Like, what? Anyway, so that was the interesting little bit that I had today. I will again send that link, that video to anybody who DMs me. If you guys don't want to go shuffling around for it, I thought it was again just a tea, just the kiki, the tea. Okay, so, all right, guys, my time has come to an end. I hope you have an amazing Wednesday and the rest of the week. We will catch you on the next one with our amazing friend Cassandra and hopefully Taj again. Hopefully that whole situation has come to a close, and hopefully we'll have her back. But we absolutely will catch you in the next one, and we love you so much. Mwah! I'll give you a second one for Taj. Mwah!